Hello. Now that all my technical difficulties have been vanished, this will be a topic for generations to come. Write to me about this. Folks saying Jesus is coming. Jesus has been coming for what, 5,000 years now? And that's okay. To charge or not to charge is up to you. Like I said, this came about, I believe, because of this question coming up in a group that I'm in. And it's a valid point, of course. However, it's a valid point because guilty charging. So I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. This is only my experience, okay? So for the first half of my life, I didn't charge anything. I was nervous, didn't know what to charge. Granny. And she said, you have to do what you think is best for you. So I'm telling you the same thing. You have to. I can't tell you to charge. That wouldn't be fair. Just like I can't tell you not to charge. So I tell my students, you have to find a happy medium. Okay? Yes, I am a medium. And so some people don't feel that they know what to charge. What do I charge? I don't know what to charge. Well, it's just like any other business. Look around you. What are your peers charging in your neighborhood? Okay? Because the price for California is not going to be, the same price for, I don't know, an hour reading in Tennessee or Mississippi or New York. Florida, New York and Florida and San Jose, Silicon Valley, Los Angeles, China, Hong Kong, some of the highest places to live as far as the cost of living, housing and whatnot. So you just have to search your own soul and do what's best for your soul. But then don't go shooting on people, okay? That didn't come up in the group. At least I don't think so. I didn't read anybody saying you should do this or you should do that. So I'm not shitting on you either. You have to search your soul and do what's good for you. Do what your spirit guides say to do. My spirit guides say I have the right to charge X amount and not anymore. So everyone can try to afford it. I have something for $5, $10, $20, $25, $125. What is that one? That is a minimum 2 hours of my full. Okay, so it's like this appointment, and I know you have your appointment, so I get ready an hour ahead of time. An hour. So you're getting minimum 3 hours of spirit, my energy, our energy. Okay? Now let me ask you this about that. Plumber charges what? I don't know. Let's say $85 an hour. Now, when the plumber gets to your house, he's going to want you to pay him a minimum of 2 hours off the top. Okay, you say, well, Tasha, that's different. No, it's not. No, boo boo, it is not different. He has to put his energy into a thing for you. I have to put my energy into a thing for you. A lawyer, a doctor, the midwife, a service is energy exchange for money energy exchange, usually. I am this way because I know if you're lying or if you're testing me, I know. So you have to know I'm not just here to put up with your stuff and say, okay, yeah, well, I'll give you whatever you want for free. No, boo boo, I don't get my rent paid like that. Okay, no, it's not going to go down like that. So the people that come to me and tell me, Tosh, I really just can't afford this or that, or I want that piece of jewelry, or blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, okay, so what do you have to give me? Because my landlord isn't going to say, okay, Tasha, give me her chicken and that'll pay your rent. No, it just doesn't go down like that. Okay. So we all have to be, we all have to be, realistic. It is a job. Fortunate for me, my boss is God. Well, your boss is really God too, but you may not see it that way. And this boss in the whole wide universe. Okay, I do. I do. And as long as I listen and do what I am supposed to do, it's all good. It is. It's all good. So, it's not easy. Okay, so let's move on. We'll just keep it pushing. Okay. So it's like this. Okay, so now I'm at an hour before your reading. Where am I? I'm at an hour before your reading. Water, lots of ice. I go make myself a huge meal like Thanksgiving. No, that's not a reason. I play my Native American music or my voodoo drumming music. That really puts me under so that I can go into a trance, as it were. Okay. And my spirits, guides, teachers, loved ones, ancestors, fairies, cherubs, leaf people, Orisha, to go get your guys. Bring them in. Boo Boo's on her way. Come on. Let's all gather up. Then I give them their rules because they just don't go willy nilly. Okay. They don't just go willy nilly. Everybody has a purpose. And I'm not talking about this body, I'm talking about your spirit body. They all have a purpose, a reason for being. They have to learn. Just because they don't have skin, they still have to learn and go to school and learn community or any other medium, clairvoyant, psychic, whatever they want to call themselves. And I tell them, this is how I work. Now that I do most of my work on the computer, because spirits really, my spirits anyway, really love the computer. So I Florida water my room, or I sage or burn my dragon's blood, whatever they tell me to do for that particular person's vibration. See, that's the other thing you have to take into consideration. If you're a metaphysical person, a witch, a voodoo stick, it's all energy. It's all energy. There's money energy and there's spirit energy. Okay, that energy causes the body to be tired a lot. So let's let's put this in a fully for all ages to understand, really understand. Okay. Well, most of us don't like the heat. Okay. So obviously, I'm not talking about people that are like 7 years old. I'm talking about to 55, 60, 70, 80, 90. Generally, because when you're cold and the people, I assume, from the snow don't necessarily get lethargic because it's cold. They might get snow. It tends to be dark, and when there's darkness, then you tend to fall into depression. Uh, so I'm not necessarily talking about that. So we'll just stick with heat. Best. So let's say some exercise. Okay, you must stop. I walk in, which is a mile away. Okay, that's nothing. Then you got to walk around town. You shop. You pick up your stuff. Blah 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 blah. And when you leave the air-conditioned mall or store or whatever, and you get bam, you get hit with that heat, and you go, oh, and you can't breathe. And then your brain says, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't digest nothing, Tasha. I'm dying. And you still have to walk to the bus, which is 2 blocks away, with 10 bags of groceries, your purse, suitcase, and all your other shit on your mind is weighing you down to be heavy like me. Get to the on the nice air conditioned bus. But you got to get off the bus and walk with your 10 bags in your arms. You took your bottle of water, and you took this and you took that. So you're carrying, an extra 100 pounds home in 105 degrees, and your feet are sticking to the ground. You can barely lift your feet now. Okay, now obviously this isn't for some triathlon person, because they would just like fucking breeze right through or some shit, right? So the average bit of 8 when you get home from walking even that mile from the bus stop with all your packages and whatnot home. You don't even want to put your shit away. You just like leave it there and sit right in front of the air conditioning or fan, with your water drink. So then generally it's like Thanksgiving. Your body just wants to fall asleep to rest. So you guys could listen to your body more. That's okay. That's another video for another day. So, and just take that feeling. If you have experience, giving birth. Okay. If you're a man and you had your dick worked on at some point in life, it's that heavy, not painful, just heavy. Like one of them elephants is sitting on your chest, and I'm sure many of you have had that dream, or situation happen to you where you feel like you can't move and you're trying to breathe and you can't breathe in, you can't move. It's not like a regular, sorry, it wanted to shut my computer off. Like when you work and then you come home, you cook, you clean, you eat dinner, you watch a movie, you go to bed. It's not the regular one that you're happy to see Friday. It's not that. An example that we all, okay, let's pretend it's you've just eaten a heavy meal giving, and that sleepy thing because turkey does whatever, and I got to tell you, it's just like retrograde. I don't believe that. First of all, I don't eat that much. anymore because you know that's going to happen. No, don't you feel sleepy? I mean, yeah, stats have proved that it's that chemical, but I'm like, if you're full, you're like a baby. You go what you eat. At least I do. So that's why I don't get that full. Eat more. I eat less, but more often. Anyway, so I think I expressed to you if you're in what was that group, African American Wiccans, several times, at least 5 times that I could think of in my life. And all of my readings are no less than 2 hours. Spirits just have this thing about talking for 2 hours with me. Okay, how other readers do, I have no clue. I'm not here to tell you how they operate their business. I'm just here to tell you how I operate mine. Um, for whatever reason, they just like talking for minimum of 2 hours, and maybe that's why I talk so much because they talk a lot. Isn't that your purpose for coming to me, to find out information you need to know, right? So anyway, several times, at least 5 again that I could think of, I have had to, I mean, I just got sick. Of course, now these readings, and oh, you know what? I'm going to find that. I'm going to go put that in the description thing, CLAIR. And this is the thing that I don't necessarily like about Wikipedia on a side note, because I noticed somebody changed it. It's a little bit, and yeah, well, whatever. It's a good tool. It's a good tool. I'll leave it at that. It's a good tool. Um, oh, dang it. Well, I'll paste it over here. I'm gonna paste it on Facebook underneath my thing for this video. Okay, I'm just gonna paste it here so I have some place to go back to. So when I redo the description, I can put it in there. So if you look at that link that I just posted on Facebook, you will see all the clairs. Even though I know, as a medium, I know that there's, of course, more clairs than this, but we humans think that there's really only 6 senses, 5 senses, So I have all the clairs. I do psychometry, and then all the other things, then you have your other tools outside of yourself. You have your cards, you have your pendulum, you have your dowsing rods, you have your scribble, you have your crystal ball, you have, and I do all of them. So again, before that, in that hour reading before you call me, and that's another thing, people. If you have an appointment with your doctor, do you expect your doctor to come to your house? I'll wait. Oh, you're done. Yeah, so why would you expect me to call you at our appointment time? And I'm not trying to be a bitch about it. I'm just telling you the facts. When you get a service from a person, you call the person or you go to the person. Okay, see, so they added this since the last time I was Wikipedia link that I just gave you. Claire Communicate speaks fluently in metaphors and creative in conjoining context. You're a really good talker. I think I do that pretty good. I think I do. So those 5 times, it was situations like, and this was years ago. Obviously, I've grown up. I don't anymore. Like, let's say your ancestor, not your ancestor, one of your friends that came through got hit by a train. And the feeling of this etheric train hitting me, and then my body vaporizing into thin air, like, when they get in that thing on Star Trek, was horrific. and it just took my breath away for the longest time. And the client is like, "Are you okay? What's wrong? You're turning really pale, Tasha. What's wrong?" Because I think we were Skyping, and I just thought, "What, Lord, doorkeeper, fix it. This way, convey some message. Fix it now." I'm talking in my head because I'm just like, because I could see the train coming. And when you're kissing a train at 3,000 miles an hour, it's different. Or when you see somebody and somebody took a knife and just cut their gut, and all their intestines are hanging out, and they're lying in a pool of their own blood, and you smell the blood and you taste, you know, I don't want that for any of you. So of course I had to tell the spirits to stop doing that. You can show me a Polaroid. That's it. I don't want to feel that. Then after those experiences, I had to just and eat everything in the refrigerator and rest for 2 or 3 days, you know? So if I don't charge you, who's going to pay my rent? I have to call in sick. Seriously, this happens to a lot of people, not just me. It doesn't happen to every single reader that I know, but let's pretend I know 2,000 readers. Half of them have to rest, and in that half, generally, most of them are the ones that continue to get sick. See, that's why I talk about health a lot. I'm talking to Tasha, because again, I don't pay your rent, so I'm not here to should on anybody. I'm just letting you know my experiences and why I do what I do and why I am. Okay, so having those types of experiences all the time. This isn't a movie. It doesn't end in 2 hours, hour 45 minutes with commercial. Have commercial. This is real. That shit that activities and all those other paranormal shows. I don't know if it's real for them, but I know it's real. I know it happens. Shit moves through you. Cats dematerialize, come in through the wall, and rematerialize. Trumpets float in the air, and spew out diamonds and money and treasures. That shit happens, people. So, and before, don't write to me about this. Before, I would think maybe they're not really as authentic as they want to be because they don't charge. So, okay, so let me back up a second. After I had that talk with Granny, and she says, you have a right to charge for your livelihood, Tasha. And I said, okay, fine. Then I got me a cute little wicker basket because at that time I was living on my own. I had people come to my house. I didn't have a problem with it. You don't need to come to my house now. I don't know why people always feel you have to come to my house. No. You know how to text. That's good. We got Skype. That's good. So I put my cute little basket out there and I made a heart and I put love offering. That was it. I was happy. They were happy because of whatever they had in their budget. I'm not here to break anybody, but I'm here to tell you I'm probably the cheapest person you will ever see give a 2 to 4 hour reading for 120. So, I'm not, hi, honey. I'm not trying to get over on anybody. That is far from my purpose for being. You understand? There's a lot of greedy people out there, and though they already live comfortably, I'm not here to tell them what to make or what not to make, because whenever they go see their God, that's between them and their God. However, when my sister was charging $200 an hour, she is my sister. When she does choose to use her abilities, I guess I could put it to you this way: all you would have to do is breathe, and she could read you to a T. Things you never thought you knew about yourself, and she chooses not to now. So don't ask me about that. Another thing, people need stuff to get your vibration. That's why, I don't know, maybe Ryan will need you to say your birthday or something, you know. No, I'm sorry. Some people might need you to just say your name. I don't know, full moon. Help me think of some other things. When some people get a reading, they want you to say hello, hello, hello. You know, everybody's different. Everybody needs something different. I only need one specific question. I don't need your blood type, when the last time you went to the bathroom, what you had for lunch. I don't need a paragraph on the situation that happened before you get to the question. All of that doesn't do me any good. And you all would consider not telling your business to the person you trying to get a reading from. I need to make another video. Getting a reading and healing 101. Do not sit here like, let me see if he wrote back. Oh, I don't have email on. Anyway, this guy already wrote me this morning. And if you're watching my video, this is not a put down. This is to educate people. You do not need to write a book before you send your question. You do not need to write a book and say that the question is someplace in there. Book will reply back with, I am waiting for your one specific question. To me, a specific question is not 5 paragraphs. Specific question is not, is there something my spirits want me to know? I am a spirit used telephone. Even when your people speak other languages, I still have to muster up more energy to tell my guides, go find an interpreter, please. Okay, so back to what I was saying a long time ago that I forgot when. So in that hour, I also tell your guides, fairies, orishas, ancestors, aunts, uncles, blah, 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 blah. This is how I work. This is how it's going to go. Usually I give my readings at night for whatever reason. And you're wondering what I'm looking out at. Beautiful yellow butterflies, da da da. And that is someplace where some of the higher spirits just hover right there in the darkness, and I can see them clearly. Clear, buoyant vision. Okay, so I tell them pulls, line straight up behind the monitor, because usually I'm on Skype or Facebook lately. And I don't want any, you know how sometimes in cartoons, I asked you guys not to let me yawn. Please stop that. You get the creepy guy peeking around the corner when you can see nothing but his little eyes peeking around the corner. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want, if you can't speak loud and clear like this, no, no, no. See, a lot of people think you have to take whatever they give. That is not the case, boo boo. This is my domain. They're in my domain. When I ask them a question, I'm in their domain when they answer me. So when somebody comes and says, full moon, this is your grandmother, and you're like, that ain't my grandmother. My grandmother's blah, 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 blah. Well, in that case, it's their domain. I don't care what you say. They're coming in the vibration of grandmother. That's what you're going to get. So just pipe down and be quiet and just accept the lesson. So I listen to them, but they still have rules. They have to line up. Generally, the aliens are to my left, over here someplace. Okay. And there's lots of different types. There's not just one. And they are very tiring. In case you haven't seen my latest video, it's on the Angels Tube. Oh, that's what else I need to put over here. They are very exhausting for whatever reason. Of course, there was like 2,000 of them, and that's a lot of energy to carry around. So maybe that's why. Any case, they are very, very, very exhausting, but they have very, very, very and come in. It's not always just a one-on-one thing. Usually it's like a universal message. So even with you and I one-on-one, it would be for your whole house, not just yourself. Okay. So see, you have to take all these little things into consideration. Well, they're not really little. They're little to me because I'm already used to doing it. I've been doing this all my life. I know your spirit is going to bring in a certain type of vibration versus the last client, versus the last client, versus the last student, versus whatever. Everybody is individual. You can't say, well, Tasha, you gave my sister a reading yesterday about blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not your sister. I'm not going to give you her information. That's private. That's disrespect. A lot of you girls want to be like, well, is he with Sally right now? That's none of your business. And on very few occasions, Spirit gave me an answer. Very few. Anyway, so, and then you have to also consider, what about those people who went to school? I didn't go to school to learn this. It came naturally to me via my grandmother, my mother. Those are my teachers. I didn't go to Berkeley, whatever, Psychic Institute and pay thousands of dollars to learn my gifts and how to use them. So I feel it's only polite, even if the person doesn't ask for a pay, to give something. It could be money, energy. It could be a chicken. It could be a fish. It could be whatever they need. Maybe their 5-year-old doesn't have any school clothes. Give them a pair of pants and a blouse, shirt, whatever. You always have something to exchange something for. I mean, a lot of us growing up now aren't like it was in my time. When I went to someone's house, I brought something. When you go to somebody, not just your first date, you bring a bottle of wine and flowers. Anytime you go to a new person's house, the first few times, okay, let's just say, the first 2 times, you bring something to the house. You don't just, hey, okay, I'm here for dinner, but I didn't bring anything. No, that's not how my mama raised me. Of course, I am almost 55 now, so different times. Anyway, so just like any other business, this is a business. You don't disrespect the energy called time. You don't call money. You don't disrespect the energy called entities or Tasha, the telephone. You just don't disrespect that. You know, do what I ask you to do, how I ask you to do it. This is a yes or no question. Do you know a guy that is brown with white spots and dark brown hair? Well, let me see. There's Bob, and but no, Bob's hair was blonde. Well, there's no TMI, yes or no. And I know I'm very strict because I don't have energy to waste. My energy is focused on bringing them in. You know how? I mean, that's like taking a what is that Top Cat machine thing with the big huge scoop on it? See, now y'all are just thinking of a little shovel. No, I'm thinking of the huge caterpillar scoop thing that's going to scoop up, 1,000 pounds of dirt. That huge scooper thing that we see on the freeways. That, fill that with energy when you're trying to bring in just one spirit, because you already know that person had their heart set on talking to grandma. So my energy is with my guys saying, go get grandma, go get grandma. And you could also know that sometimes grandma don't know how to come in. So I'm going to answer a lot as they go through my head of the people that I've been talking to recently that have these issues. And ancestors are not the only ones you talk to. Just like you have your altars, you don't only have to build an ancestor altar. What about an altar for yourself? What about an altar for your children? What about an altar for your mate? The cat and dog deserve an altar. I mean, come on, really? There's more. There's more. There's always more, 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 more. Okay? You guys know, you've seen my past videos. You hear Tasha Loves You channel? Go back to 2000 and 2010, 9, 7. When I live with only myself, I have tons of altars for each client. They get their own altar. For my students, they get their own altar. For my mother, she gets her own altar. Verse that's separate from my ancestors' altar. That's separate from the Orisha's altar. That's separate from the witch's altar. That's separate. Yeah, every it doesn't have to be. If I'm running out of space, yes, some will go together. you know. And I just tell them, sorry guys, running out of space. You need a bigger house, bigger tables to build my altars on. So there's always more, and you could just listen to your own self. What does your gut say? Really, what does your gut say? Are you going to charge me for a reading? Yeah, you. What did your gut just say? And do that. See? Simple, huh? Simple. A lot of people feel they shouldn't charge because then that's too much pressure on them because they don't know if they're going to be right. You're not giving the reading. Why would you be wrong? Think about it. I'm not talking. They're talking. There's nothing wrong in that skin. There is no wrong. Spirit doesn't have time. There is no wrong. Spirit can see everything. There's only right in spirit. So you have the right to charge for your energy. Now, I'm not here to tell anybody to do this or to do that. I'm just letting you know my umpteen years of experiences and why now I only charge $125 for a reading. Okay, so let me go back to, okay, so the hour, and I give them their rules of what they have to do for me. Okay, you do it however you want to do it. And when I give the person the reading, okay, now you go over to Boo Boo's house. Don't wake him up. We humans don't like that. Don't talk to them in the shower. It freaks us humans out to think you see us naked. What do you think they're thinking when they watch you have sex? I got to give you a funny story. Don't talk to us out in broad daylight because some of us might answer back out loud and then people think we're crazy. And I firmly believe that's why a lot of people are in a mental institution, because they've been out there talking to spirits all the damn time and didn't reel in. They didn't ground themselves. So they just stay out there all the time talking to spirits. And that's why I tell you, when you see me on Facebook or whatever, I don't just stay open all the time. That's crazy. I don't want to have that happen to me or even take that chance. I know thoughts are things, and where the mind goes, I just don't want to take that chance. So I shut down. And that's why I generally do readings at midnight, when my everybody's energy is calm, relaxed. Most people are asleep in this half of the world. I can calm down, tune in, ground, protect. Okay, so Boo Boo wants to know XYZ. I do not just stay to me all day like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. No, he has a time. Patrick Swayze has a time to talk. So those are most of my rules. See, because each individual vibration is different than the other one, honey. Your vibration might say, okay, I could do this, but not this. You know what I mean? So I was going to share with you. So my grandmother, an intertransitory medium, which means they used her vocal cords. So they didn't sound like Tasha. It sounded like your Aunt Bertha. Okay? Raspy voice and all. Or whatever. So we were dark, not holding hands, little tiny table in the room, and that was it. So my sister said whatever she said, I forgot. And so the spirit said, yeah, I'm going to go home with you. And she says, oh. And she says something like, but you said you were watching me. She says, yeah, you humans are funny. And she says, wait a minute. What do you mean you watch us all the time? Yes, even when you're in the shower. And she freaked out. She says, I'm never masturbating again. Of course. I mean, it's just like anything else. Just like having babies, you learn not to live around. But see, another reason, that's why I shut down. You cannot talk to me right now. I'm in math class. I don't know. So somebody must be at the door. But no, I shut down. I have to. I can't just stay open all the time. And I bet that's why a lot of you might be sick, because you stay open all the time. I don't know. I haven't talked to you specifically, so I don't know. So, there's a lot of reasons to charge. There's a lot. Okay, I can't lie. There's a couple of reasons not to charge. If you just don't feel comfortable, you just don't. So don't do it. Just depend on. That's right, Ryan. I always say, if you don't want to pay cash, give me a chicken. That's right, because I could eat a chicken. That's right. Amen. See, so I was telling you about Ryan earlier. He's over there now. If you're here, you can talk to him. And he has certain guidelines. He needs your birthday. He needs a name and a birthday, I think. And that's how he picks up your energy. Everybody's different. So a lot of you lately that have been coming to me in particular, and probably I bet Ryan gets this too, well, this other reader did this. I don't care. Honey, I am Tasha Lene Harris. I'm not Boo Boo Kitty. You have to pay for my services somehow. So everybody needs something different. Everybody is different. Okay? Everybody. Because that last reader was a crook and you chose to pay them $200 for a 15-minute tarot reading, That was your choice. Don't badmouth other tarot readers because that one disappointed you. You assumed it was going to be something altogether other, and it was not. No, boo boo. That's not nice. You cannot go around putting everybody down because you had a not so good, I won't say negative, you had a not so good experience with that one. When you go to Ryan, you're going to have a glorious experience. When you go to anybody else, you're going to have a glorious experience. So stop being bitter against the whole when only one disappointed you because you expected something else. Okay? Ryan still gets to be paid. Oh, hi, honey. Thank you, Billy. You're so sweet. So let's all learn. Everybody's different. You go to a hairdresser, she charges you $65 for press and curl. You go to somebody else and charge you $500 for press and curl. Yeah, they feel their time is worth a lot more, but then you have to look at their environment too. My environment is expensive. Ryan's environment is not as expensive. So if I uh, if I did tarot as well as he did, honey, please, I would still be charging you $125. And maybe Ryan could do a video on how much energy it takes to do a tarot card reading. You say, well, Tasha, that's a tool. Well, tools are tools. Tools have energy. I have to sit here and pick up on your energy through this tool. Okay, so you can't just say, oh, Ryan, well, you're just reading the cards. He's not just reading the cards. It's not just about that. See, this is why we all need to educate ourselves and grow up and learn different than what we think being in the box. Get out of the box. There is no box. You accept Ryan for how Ryan chooses to give readings. You accept Jessica for however Jessica does her readings. And the energy she picks up for you is different than the energy Ryan picks up with you. And still, everybody deserves to get paid a little something, something. Always. That's just being polite. Why would you treat me like crap, especially after, and this is another thing, especially after I've given you a 4-hour reading. This is another thing, after you get a informative, and I say it that way because you think just because you don't understand the message that it wasn't informative. Again, we go back to the energy thing, okay? I mean, if you don't give readings, you just might not understand. That's why I tried to give you different examples of how heavy it can be when you do give a reading. Okay? So, let's not assume just because it's easy for me to sit here, I can tune in instantly and, hi, cutie. Terminix guy walking around the house. And it's challenging for him. Maybe it's raining where he is and his energy is different. Okay? If they're so worried about why am I so privileged to be in your presence? Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hello. 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 It's me. No, kidding. That's a good response. Can I borrow that? I like that. I like that. He's so confident and we're not a pushover. We're just confident. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence, okay? People like me and Ryan are confident. We know what the hell we're doing. Sit down, shut up, learn. Okay, sit down and be quiet and learn. The problem comes from a lot of things like stereotypes. I have a little difficulty because I have a dick and I'm not 60 in whatever attire different people wear. Okay, Ryan said turban. Okay, Tasha didn't say turban. Ryan said turban. I was reading what Ryan wrote. Okay. But he's right. The other comes from the fact that people have bastardized the practice. See, there you go. Oh, all tarot readers are bad because thank. Oh yeah, check it out, Ryan. So thank God, Mrs. Cleo is dead now. So that's gonna make it better for all. I actually saw stupid shit like that on Facebook. Are you fucking crazy? The hell are you thinking? She has nothing to do with me. She has nothing to do with Ryan. And Ryan says they make the same kind. Wait, they make it a game, kind of like magic shows. Yes, thank you, Ryan. Thank you. So saying they take that context and put it over here and say, "Oh well, Ryan, you talk about magic. You're not going to pull a rabbit out of a hat." Really? I got to put more lip balm on for that one. Yeah, because it's really amazing how. I mean, come on. Where do you think we get the expression from? Google it. Google that shit. That is not the same magician as Ryan does his magic. Okay? Please, let's learn now. Come on. Come on. I know you all out there are way more intelligent than that. And okay, so bring this back to point. So what he does, Billy, are you still there, Billy? Tasha's inquiry mind wants to know. Don't put Ryan in the category with that voodoo priest that you paid $1,000 to, and that thing is still on your husband. That's not fair. That's not right. Everybody is an individual, and they do their thing according to their belief system. It's up to you to choose wisely and not go around talking about dog because you chose to give up your mortgage money to pay some whatever. I'm not complaining. This is not a put. So, okay. So don't even go there with me. Don't even write to me about that. I use that as an example because a lot of people misunderstand that culture, that religion, that practice. Okay. And I hear a lot of people, or I read a lot of people in the, I don't know, 200 groups or so that I'm in on Facebook. Well, they said they were going to do this and they didn't. They did do it. It didn't look like what you thought it should be. This is why I tell you in all my videos, you can't go around shooting on people. When was the last time you went to a voodoo drumming ceremony? Oh, you've never been. So you have no clue what I'm talking about. So you're going to sit down, be quiet, and learn. There's lots of different type of ritual drumming for different ceremonies, rituals, blessings, whatever. Hi again, cutie. What types of readings do you do? Go ahead. Tell us all about you, Billy. Put a link if you got one. Ryan, put your link. This all shows up in comments and everything is everything. So yeah, post it. You're here. This is like free marketing. Come on now. Let me see if I can go over to Billy's YouTube channel. Billy, I'm not seeing any videos. Why don't you have any videos? Oh, I haven't time. Thank you for coming on, Billy. I need to go check him out. Oh, how sweet. You're subscribed to both my channels. How sweet. Thank you. Billy, when are you going to make a video? Let me see what he is up to. Oh, my goodness. It has been so long since I heard from him. His name, I forgot what his name is, Billy. Oh, Bob. Oh, Bob Hickman. So Billy, when are you gonna let's see, Ryan says I could pull a rabbit out of my hat. I have no doubt you could, my dear. I have no doubt. Ryan's powerful, let me tell you. He said, I'll go to the garden, get a rabbit, put it in the hat, and pull it out. See, exactly. Thank you for saying that because that further leads me to say things are never what you think they're going to be. So don't assume anything, okay? I'm a clairvoyant. I tend to see in Polaroids or writing on a chalkboard or a 1950 television. You know, the static thing? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't do readings. I like to listen to you a lot. Sorry, I misunderstood you. Hey, you're all good. You know how it goes. We just keep on flowing. We just keep flowing, Billy. It's all good. But I would like to see you in a video sometime. So please, may I encourage you to do that sometime? One day. Tell me what you know so I can learn something. And this is how we all grow. This is how we all grow. See, you don't have to pay for everything. When Ryan teaches me about the beautiful deck of tarot cards that he made, which are really large, thank you, honey. And then I learn something new. See, and Billy will do his video, and I'll learn something new, and then that'll make me a better Tasha and a better Tasha. You see? So don't get pissed at people because they didn't think. Hang on. Don't get pissed at people for not doing what you thought they should do. Don't should on people. You get a good understanding. So what's this going to be like, Tosh? Let me give you the link to the website because after all these thousands of years, I have it down specifically and clearly what you need to do before the reading, a day ahead and an hour ahead. I went to one ceremony like that. It was too loud and all things banging. Yeah, a lot of people do that because that raises their vibration. Well, my vibration, me and Ryan's vibration were raised just going there. you know Everybody's different. Different. It doesn't allow links in the chat box. Oh, is that why it said that? Oh, thanks. Okay. Well, there you go, Billy. So how about this? We're going to type this. So you can find me on Facebook. Even though, okay, so in the description, I already put my Facebook link, Tasha's Touch link, and the angels.us link. Sorry about that, Ryan. I thought it did. Okay, so when I'm finished with this, it's going to load in like exactly 1 minute, and then come back and put your not in the chat box. I think that's what I mean. Hi, Apple. No way. Is that no way? Apple from 2006. Apple. Let me see. Okay, it's taking its time. No, you are not that Apple. Oh, look at your cute little faces. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, look at her cute little face. Ramona. Okay, one of those. Oh, bless your heart, honey. Oh, bless your heart. I'm going to subscribe right now so I can be wiser and more knowledgeable. And I'm going to leave that open so I can start watching your videos. Egyptian magic. Ooh, I can't wait to learn about that. God has a plan, Ryan, and we don't know what the plan is. It just comes in its own time. But okay, so I can't tell, Ryan. Are you serious about that or are you joking about that? Yes, so Apple, I just subscribed to your channel. Let me make sure I'm going to get the updates here. No, I cannot wait to watch your videos. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So everyone, that's Apple from Apple channel, APPLE. Egyptian magic. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. How Oh, so when let's see, her last these are the things that I look at. Your last video was 2 days ago. Let me click on videos. And then I go back to your very very first one. First of all, I want to see how long you have been making videos. I'm old, and that's just the first thing I look at as far as like sincerity. That's just me. You can make one video and still be very sincere. However, I find a lot of people that have been making videos for 5 years love teaching, love people being in their life. They're not just doing it to, make money. Oh, you're so cute. Look at that. So I'm going to check those, starting with the very first video you made in the bubble room at the Children's Museum. That sounds like fun. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. There's my sister. I've been trying to get into spiritualism the last few months. There you go. See, Ryan already answered your and made a reply to your comment. Says no. I was sent by. Oh, okay. You said Egyptian magic, and I'm thinking of my sister. And I said, "Oh, you do Egyptian magic? Okay." Sorry. No clarification there, guys. I'll calm down. I'm overexcited. Hey, sister. Today, other thing you want me to talk about on schooling folks about charging and not charging? Because I love me some Egyptian magic. Life is so beautiful, and it's going to be more and more beautiful the more we. Okay, yeah, you feel free to add whatever points you think are poignant, and I'll get on it, even if I already talked about it, because I don't know. According to this, I've been talking for an hour now, so I could have already mentioned something, but that's okay. Um, so another reminder, life is so beautiful. Do you know who said that? Who said that, Ryan? Who? uh, it was Queen Catherine Howard. She was executed by Henry VIII. See, and for her, life was short and beautiful. uh, Thank you. Apple says, okay, I think it is fine to charge. I think that people who do spiritual work do need to make a living. I just think it's wrong when they overcharge and rip off. Amen. I'm so with you on that. Ryan says Elizabeth was 18, or Queen Catherine was 17. Sheesh. But Apple, they have the right to do whatever, yet this is my purpose for being. This is what I choose to do for a livelihood. I should get paid for my services. It's exhausting sometimes, you know? And then that brings me to my next topic. Even though, Ryan, even for those of you that don't charge, you still get tired, you still get exhausted. Sometimes you still have to call in sick to work and not get paid for work. I, you know, oh well, to each his own. But I'll continue to charge a little something something. I think I'm being fair. I doubt I would ever raise my price again for at least another 2 years. Now, oh, so let's break this down this way. It's two different categories. Okay, so my jewelry, I was told to raise my price at least $10 every year. But again, look at my prices. I mean, I charge $50 for something that took me 8 hours to make. I know I'm crazy. I'm adjusting. For my readings, yeah, you're going to pay for that. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Ryan says, although it was brought up because that's not the time to realize that life is beautiful. Well, I don't know. It actually seems quite fitting when you're about to get your head chopped off. You would want to go on all those merry-go-round rides and all those roller coaster rides before you get your head chopped off. Okay, I'm just joking. I'm just joking about that. Ah, um, well, thank you, and thank you for bringing the subject up, Onyx, because I understand a lot of people are really challenged by what to charge, how to charge, when to, just taking just taking money out of people's hands is such a challenge for many people. Not me anymore, but for many people. Okay. And, I have to validate that because I was there once. I remember what it was like to be scared to take that $20 love offering. That's why I just made a basket. I just made a basket. I put love offering on it and taped it there, so people would just throw their money in the basket and then I wouldn't have to take it out of their hand. And then hopefully, you grow up and you realize you're worth a little teeny bit more, not $500 for an hour reading. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, if you're some big name person, sure, because you got that mortgage to pay. But I'm just Tosh, funny black chick sitting here on YouTube, educating the children. We're all children, by the way. I educate me by talking, and you educate me by talking. So I have it good coming and going. I feel that those that don't read shouldn't say if someone should charge or not. Oh, good point. Good point. Thank you very much. Thank you. High five. Yes. Keep your mouth shut. Like, I was listening to, who was that? Ice Cube. For those of you who don't rap, don't go around talking about rappers. Those of you who don't read, don't tell me not to charge. You're not paying anything anyway. Oh, you don't care anyway until you come get a reading from me. And then you expect me not to charge you $125. That's not fair. If I was going to your house to buy the flowers that you grew in your backyard, I bet you expect me to pay you, right? It's the same. Energy is energy, you know? You have to be confident in what you do and sure of it. Knowing that makes it easier to be bold and say, this is what I charge. Amen, Apple. Ryan says, honestly, when I was a young reader, teacher said, you best act like it and do it. Well, that's right. That's right. Wow. I love that point, Dana. I love that point. And I meant to, oh, okay. I won't say that now. I wonder if a lot of people in that group feel. And you know what I get a lot too from my Craigslist ads, because you got to know I place ads all over because a girl got to eat. I always get, well, you said you're going to give me one free question. I said, then you didn't read my ad. You were reading somebody else's ad and just typed in my email by mistake. No, minimum is $10. PayPal, email. When I get your $10, you could put a note in the comments of PayPal with your question. Oh, when it comes to pricing, Ryan says it's important to remember that the price is going to be what type of clients you will attract. Amen. Amen. I feel you. And I can hear people saying, no, that's not right. That's not right. So and so just couldn't afford it. If you have a higher price, you will probably get clients that have more money. This is true. See, and that's why I charge $125 for that. And the clients still, there's still, people out there that are honest and sincere, Ryan. Now, come on. That, have 7 kids and can't afford $125. That's why I have the $10. And if you don't have $10, then you need to figure it out. Onyx says, even with one free question, I have noticed that people want a follow-up question. Yeah, that the other day. So Tasha, I'm sending you $30 to ask 3 questions. But what if I have follow-up answers? I said each follow-up question. Oh, I had to do it because Spirit told me to do it, but I didn't like the fact. I recorded it, and then I was challenged by getting the recording to him. Yeah, I know. I eventually just put the speaker to the camera, uploaded it to YouTube. Sorry. Uploaded it to YouTube and gave him the private link. Do you? Yeah, I do. But see, oh, that's another thing. Thank you, Apple. That's another thing. Amongst charging, I don't want to deal with nobody, every other day. I just don't. I feel if I gave you a reading, you absorbed information not know already. You put that to use and you are studying, because my spirits give everybody homework, Apple. Every single reading I do, this at the end of this, you're going to have homework. So everybody get your pencil and paper ready. So I tell my students on my website, my clients on my website, I don't want you back for at least 9 months. I tend to ask the same in a different way over and over and over. That pisses me off. That means you didn't hear the first time. So why would I want to continue talking to you? And you say, well, Tasha, that's mean. That's not mean. That's me loving myself enough to shut you up, and you could go someplace else. I don't care. I'm not here for you to keep repeating the question. Well, you said Bobby wasn't fooling around with Sally, but Sally's best friend, Dana, said that you said in your reading that it was true that he was fucking 2 girls at one time. So that's not the same question. Yeah, it is. Get away from me. You cannot degrade my spirits by continuing to ask the same and over and over. I will not allow that. You can come back. Physically, tons of things have changed. Spiritually, you might not have changed at all. We'll discuss it in 9 months. Dana, yeah, homework is a definite. That's right. I got homework. Y'all got homework. Different answer. That's right. So you know what I did to prevent that, Apple? Back in 2006 is when I told Spirit, I said, okay, I want to step up my spiritual game. I have to last longer. So that's when Chase Thornton introduced me to, what was the name of that thing, Dana? I love it so much. I remember it's social site name, some social site. Anyway, so you have your own rooms. right? And so I had the angels rooms, and I was practicing up for several, and those people in that vibration are just like going to a liquor store on the bad side of town. It was not the best, but I learned, and I learned how to last. At first, it was 10 to 2. By the time I did it for 2 or 3 years, it was like 7 in the morning until 2 in the morning. And then that's when I had to change it from Sundays to Friday nights. And then I went on Blog Talk, and that would last only 2 hours. And then. But yeah, you're right. So I said, okay, spirits, I need to know how to learn when they're testing me, when they're lying, when they already had a reading on the same question 5,000 times. So then I didn't see anything. So Apple, let's say Apple came to me and said for the second Sunday in a row, so Tasha, what do you see me and Bobby doing? I would just see a blank TV screen. And I would say, I'm sorry, Apple, I cannot answer you for that at this time. It appears that you've already asked that question to several other people. So, okay, Onyx, you're next. And I just keep it pushing. I had to, I had to just keep it pushing because I had to think about me and my energies, you know? And I'm not about to sit here and waste energy on you when you just got an answer several times over that you just didn't like. It says, yeah, Dana, that he said, she said stuff. Ryan says, in regards to those freebies, people see that as a teaser, you know. But it is a teaser. It is a teaser because I'm no different than anybody else. That's my marketing. You would want to come and get a full reading. See, because I relate it partially to marketing and partially to just good business. You would want to know all the other. Okay, so when you to me, you guys, when you come and get your free question answer, that's just vegetables. What about meat? If you don't eat meat, what about more vegetables? Come on, work with me. I eat meat. Deal with it. What about potatoes? What about butter on your potatoes? What about dessert? What about Kool-Aid, Pepsi, Coke, whatever the heck you eat and drink with your dinner? you know, that's the whole meal. Well, that's it. What else did you want me to say? You asked me a yes or no question. I said yes. Oh, well, is it? No. That's another question. You got to make an appointment. Bye. you know. Thank you, Billy. Because again, I don't care. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that to be good to Tasha. Because too many humans are not good to theyself, and then they sick. And a lot of readers wonder why they sick. It's because you stay open all the time, and you answer everybody's stupid little question. Well, if I go out the door, am I going to fall down? Let's see. Poof. I'll push you out and we'll see if you fall down. No, I didn't do that. But I'm just saying, I can't sit here. I cannot allow my energy to be wasted like that. If you want to waste your energy, boo boo, have at it. I don't pay your rent. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to shit on you. I don't want to get trapped in that perpetual cycle of stupid questions. And to me, this is a stupid question. So is Sally fucking Bobby? Well, if he is, what are you going to do? You're still not going to leave. So, next. Now, this about that. Tasha, I feel that my man is fucking another woman. What do the spirits say is in my best interest to do? To me, that's a totally different question than is Sally fucking my boyfriend? I'm gonna kick her ass, and then you get all emotional. No. Let's focus on the big screen. When you can take a few steps back and you can see the whole picture, not just the um, is because you need to step back and you see it's a face, and it's just you were looking at one little tiny pore. Okay, so let's step back from the whole picture, and we're going to say um, the better spiritual. That's why I'm in this for spirit. I'm not in it because you want to, fuck Bobby. I'm not in it because you want to lay Susie and that's all you want, or you want a relationship. That's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture, the biggest picture is always your spirit. What is in divine order for your spirit? Okay, then ask that. Ask that. I still have the same amount of energy and time, and I generally, Ryan saying this, do it as a video or an email. Yeah, I liked it when you were doing your videos. How come you didn't do your answer videos no more? Well, I know you're in school and you're busy. Yeah, Ryan, I thought I would think you would never get sick from nothing. You poor thing. You probably got one of those mark things on your arm too, huh? From getting like 12 shots all at once. Ugh. That's interesting. Spirit won't give you an answer, Apple says, to a client because Spirit already answered that client, though, through another reader. Yeah, because, I was, what is the name of that thing, Ryan, that I was in way back in 2006? Pal Talk. Pal Talk. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget Pal Talk. I learned so much about people and the stupid things they ask. Okay, and that's not a put down, it's just a lesson I had to learn. And I had to learn it fast because you notice when you start getting sick, the little scratchy throat that's kind of sort of there, right then I stop it. I stop it. I have to stop it because I can't continue to get sicker and sicker and sicker, sicker, sicker. More sick, more sick, more sick. Apple. So I I have to stop it. You are not greater than me. Oh, by the way, spirits aren't necessarily greater than you either. We're even. I work with you, you work with me. We work together for the betterment of the planet. See, a lot of people really feel that, grandma is more powerful than me. Grandma ain't got no skin. I got a spirit that's trapped in skin, and she has a spirit. We're the same. Okay? Anyway, so yeah, I had to really learn quickly how to deal with that. That's why I am the way I am. I can't be nice. I can't sugarcoat shit for you. Do you want the truth, or do you want me to stop and sugarcoat shit? If you want me to sugarcoat shit, pay me more. That's going to be $200, and I'll make it pretty for you. Wrap it up in a nice pink bow. No, I don't want you. I don't want you spending money on me needlessly either. I won't accept that. And that's why when I did work for those services that give readings, this is not to be taken seriously. Then what the fuck am I? A joke? Oh, don't get me started. I've only been really angry 3 times this year. Don't get me started on those fucking sites that say you can't tell people this and you can't tell people that and you can't tell people this and you don't you. Those are some good times, huh, Ryan? Well, these are good times too. I don't believe that, which means you're telling me to lie on God. I will not. No, I will not. Ain't happening here. That's like people who say, yeah, well, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. They told me not to say that. So I had to learn how to cut people off. And I teach my students is you have to learn to say no. But the thing about us humans is we still listen to people. We don't walk off. We don't hang up the phone. You let them continue jaw jacking and wasting your fucking time, as it were. There's really no such thing as time, but you know what I mean. So no, I have to, and I can't care what you say about me, Watashi, because you got to know, Apple, if you've seen, or Billy, if you've seen any of my other 5,000 videos or whatever, that's just not acceptable to me. I love me. You don't love me the way I love me. Amen. That's right. I have to love me. I have to take care of me. No matter what you think I should or should not be doing in my life, I cannot pay attention to that because you know what happens? I get diarrhea. Yeah. And it really sucks needing to go out the house someplace and you got diarrhea. Come on. I can't do that. No, I don't care what you say. I cannot just listen to you should on me. And I tried. I have really tried to make others happy by doing what they think I should be doing. I got diarrhea for 2 weeks. Yeah. So I'm putting a diaper up my ass, running to the car, sit down. And then I'm running to the doctor's, sit down. Run to his office, sit down. Okay, look, doc, I've been having diarrhea, blah, 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 blah. He gives me some whatever fucking chalky shit to take. And then I have to sit there. But when I'm sitting there, I'm sitting on the toilet with diarrhea. I have other things to do besides sit on the toilet. I have other things to do besides sit here and say, well, Apple, well, that just, well, no, girl. See ya. Peace. I can't. I can't. And I really want all you people that aren't here in the chat room to know I'm not trying to just be a bitch. I have to charge. This is the only way right now, besides my jewelry, that I make money. And then I have to fill out the freaking paperwork for the government because they want to know why Ryan gave me that $50. Really? So, are you going to take it out of my food stamps? Or are you going to take it out of my rent? Really? Yeah. You know? So, yeah, Apple, I had to give up caring about what other people think long ago. Long time ago. It did not. No, you can say whatever you want, and I've been called everything from a fat, black, ugly Sasquatch bitch when I would come on without even combing my hair because I felt so comfortable with my family, my YouTube family. Did was give me thick skin. Yeah, you see I'm thick already, right? Yeah, I'm thick. I don't give a fuck. But I do love myself enough to charge a little something. I think I'm being fair, and again, the person has the option to say, well, Tosh, I just can't afford that. And then I'll tell them, fine, you give me $10. And more often than not, I'll just give them a free full reading for $10. I'm sorry, that's not free if you're paying for it, but you know what I mean. Okay. Excuse me. There's always a way. There has to be balance. There has to be balance. Everything has to be in balance. And then a lot of people say, well, Tasha, that's hard because, I got 5 kids and the husband and the dog and the cat and blah, 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 blah. Colander. Letting people talk your face off. Of course, people that pay for a $10 reading want a 2-hour reading. And sometimes I have to give it to them. If spirit tells me I have to, then I do. I don't fight spirit. I don't. Because they're always right. I want to live to regret it. I just go with the flow. I don't even ask. See, I don't even ask. And which brings me to another point. So you pay for your reading, you get your reading, and follow-up questions? No, boo-boo. Sit your ass down. Watch the video again, read your notes you took, and wait. I know it's challenging for us humans. We don't have any patience, but wait. Oh, and wait. Just wait, because you know what? The answers, spirit sees your wheels turning, and spirit gives you the answers. Wait. It's not that challenging. I'm not big into the Wicca read and that malarkey. But I will say this, they are right in the adage, fairly take and fairly give. Amen. Amen. Let's see you guys out there that aren't in the chat room. We're those of us that are here, we're just like that. I'm not going to give you exactly $10 worth. I'm still going to give you $25 worth for your $10. Be it my jewelry, be it my readings, be it my classes, be it learning how to make grids and altars, anything. I'm always going to give you more than you give me. That's only fair. And it's not just necessarily because my spirit, I think, is bigger than yours. Of course, that could be just a physical thing because I'm bigger than a lot of people. I just think it's the right thing to do, you know? When people order their crystal kit and I say, okay, Apple, what's your budget? And Apple says, well, Tosh, I only have $75. I'll say, that's okay, Apple. And you know what I'm going to give you? This. This entire bag of crystals. In addition to something raw, and something not raw, shiny and pretty, because I believe in balance. You need to have some raw. You need to have some polished. I don't particularly care for my stones to be polished when I'm making jewelry, and yet I know women don't like raw, rough, ugly stones. So I have to learn how to carefully wrap both in order to please them, in order to get paid, in order to pay my rent, the rest of my rent, you know? So there's always balance somewhere, people. Just try to adhere, just try to stay in balance all the time. And then it only takes 21 days to recreate a new habit. And then after that, it could be a piece of cake. When you want to add something into your schedule, it'll be easy. Stop at the doctor's office, pick up the baby's medicine, and then get back on schedule. No talking. That is the biggest time waster and energy waster. Okay, so let me take off all my crap so you guys can have a visual sample. Okay, it's two-sided, not just one. This is my to-do list every day. Now, I know you have children and yours is probably twice or three, okay? So I work and then I have fun. I work and then I have fun. I work and then I have fun. Oh, those are all my calls. And then I have fun. And then I work and I have fun. You see, like that. Work, reward. We're not adults. We're big children. You work, 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 and you play, play, play. You work, 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 and you play, play, play. That's, and you're not sitting around, oh, I'm so tired. I got a headache. I just did 15 hours of taxes, and why didn't you take a break? Eat, sleep, watch Bugs Bunny. That's my cure-all. Kittens, puppy dogs, Bugs Bunny. Seriously. So, and then I go down the other side of the list. And then some days I'll start with this side of the list and I'll go to this side of the list. But the whole list gets done before I go to sleep. That includes looking for jobs. Okay? It includes, let me see, 257 I got since 11:30 last night. Yeah, probably half of it is junk mail, but the other half is probably people asking questions. So there's always, always, always a happy medium. You just have to sit on the toilet long enough to just smash it out, hammer it out, get it done, put it in this. I sit here, I look at this every day just to check myself. I have it memorized just to check myself. When I lived with myself only, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room, shopping and laundry, because most youngsters go out on Friday. That's Friday. Most youngsters go out on Friday, so they're not in the store shopping, and they're not in the laundromats doing their laundry, right? So at midnight, that's when I chose to go out, do my shopping. I got my, $100 worth of groceries. I come home, take that out of the washer, put that in the dryer. I only have one load. And and go back upstairs, put my groceries away, chop up all my stuff, layer it nicely in the refrigerator, freezer, and my stuff for the whole week is done. Saturday, I rest or do my, grids and stuff. Sunday, I rest. So we just have to, because, I grew up in one of those homes, getting really off topic here, where my mom would get me up at 6 in the morning to do house chores. And I thought, when I grow up, I'm never going to get up early to do chores. I want to enjoy my home. I work for rent. I should enjoy my home. You know, I should take time with my spirit every day. And if you're, back then, I had a car. I was never home. So it's like this. I would go over to Dana's house and I would stay there, have dinner with her, and blah, 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 blah. And then I'd stop by Ryan's house and, drop him off a beer and a midnight snack or whatever. And then I'd go on over to Apple's house. And I was just a social butterfly. I was never home making videos. I wrote a lot from like midnight until 3 in the morning, and that's how I published my first, second, third book. That's how Ryan published his book. You can do like my mama would say. This is me channeling my grandmother. There's 24 hours in a day, Dana. 12 for you to mind your own business and 12 for you to stay out of mine, which means I can focus on doing my work, fulfilling my purpose for being, which is doing readings, healings, teachings, and listening to others. Okay? So right now, I am not saying anything here or ever to be bragocious. I have no desire to say, oh, look at me. I have the desire to let you know that you can do anything you choose to do if you take my mother's advice. It's worked for me for all these years, even though I've changed it several times. It didn't work, so I had to change it back. You let the calendar rule you. You let the budget rule you. I have no money. My butt's at home. I have money. I go shopping online. Lee! Hi, Lee! Hi, 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 hi. I feel readers, healers, no matter what your gifts are, in order to use your gifts, in order to feel worthy, maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, good with others that are where you want to be. Okay? So I want to be the best businesswoman, like my mama, like my grandma. My grandma ran a liquor store and sort of a taxi service back in the 20s, 30s, 40s. Well, my mom was born in 1929, and she was doing it then. So she was wealthy. She had her own liquor store. She owned her own home. So she had money for a car, and she would do the little taxi thing. Mrs. Johnson needs to go get her medicine. Well, Mrs. Johnson, you make thing. It's like crocheting, but with a smaller tool and a longer process. You just make me some little doilies, and that'll be your fare. And my grandfather would take them and to get her medicine and bring her back home, so forth and so on. Times are a little bit different then, not much, because really everything stays the same. Anyway, once you learn to balance, you're going to see, I think you're going to see that you deserve something. If it's not money, energy, it'll be Ryan's chicken, or Lee's art, or Dana's magical oils, or Apple's kind words. Something. We all deserve to get something in exchange for our energy. Okay? No matter what it is. I mean, I pick up, it's over there on the altar. Some little piece of wood said, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. And I did. I didn't know what for. I didn't ask what for. You don't ask. Just do it. You'll always find out later. You know what that was for? That was for my grid. So that little piece of wood that I got in Oregon out the park, it's sitting here, and it said, "Put me there, put me there." As I took all my crystals into the living room to make a better video of the last strawberry full moon, or whatever full moon it was called for the last one. Um, just listen and do it. See, now if I was off schedule because I was thinking about a conversation from yesterday, I don't do that, by the way. Well, I vent. I wish I already vented. I made that video before this one. It's done. Shit. You just let it go. Okay. So now I can do this. And then once this is shut down and it's loading on its own, I'm going to do a little 2 minutes, you know. You get tired humans from making their own self. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced pain from bone on bone grinding into each other, you know? Imagine, men, slamming your dick in a drawer. Oh, there you go. It's like that. Women, imagine getting kicked in the crotch. Men, shut up. It still hurts us women. Okay? So I had to figure out what I was going to do, because it can't, I'm supposed to be with you at 3 o'clock and I'm supposed to be with Lee at 5 o'clock. I can't just be sitting here wobbling around. So I had to learn. And again, this all ties in with paying for readings, paying for services, all spiritual services. Okay. We'll put it that way. So then I instantly have to figure out, I can't be down. Now that's different if I know I need to rest. Okay. Because I'm not about to be stupid and make myself sick. So back then, 2010, 11, 12, 13 was the worst. I mean, it just felt like I was walking on needles, huge chunks of shards of glass. So I said to my roommate at the time, who told me, "Oh, you just have arthritis." And I'm like, "But that's for old people. I'm an Aries baby. I don't get old." He says, "Well, whatever you want to call it, that's what you got." So he gave me some big horse pills, and I'm like, and mess up my kidneys? So I took it, and then I thought, well, if I'm going to take this pill, I forgot what it's called. Ryan, what is that pill the doctor gives you for arthritis? And it's a huge horse pill. I can't think. So he wanted me to take 2 of them. So I took 2 of them, and I was 50% better. So now I could walk to the bus stop better, and I didn't have to start out 2 hours ahead of time. I forget. Anyway, I thought, well, if I'm going to take that, I may as well just take a Motrin 800, because I got tons of those from having cramps all my life. Okay. I said, well, whatever. I can't be this. If I'm professed to be a great healer, I have to just heal myself and get over it. So I found out the spiritual reason for our heal your body, and a lot of other things, a lot of the other little side note things that happens to the body sometimes when you're not always in your highest vibration. And I would just, check off the list. Now, granted, some lessons take longer to learn than others. That still goes in spiritualism too. However, I'm happy to say that I'm good now. But in any case, this particular day, I was kind of limping around for whatever reason. And this person said, "That's because you need to get more exercise." Yeah, they didn't like the look. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah. When you know the life I led, we can discuss it. In the meantime, Do not tell me I need to just get up and go walk it off. Okay? They never brought it up again. See, you have to stop people right at the beginning. At the first time something happens, stop it. So it's the same with any other business practice, whatever. The very first time, you have to be in control of you. You have to tell people how to treat you. We do. Otherwise, you get them people. Can I ask a follow up question? No. You know, so everything ties into everything else, really. And with me, everything ties together very well spiritually and sexually. No, not Celebrex. Damn it. I can't even fight it now, Ryan. Anyway, glucosamine? That sounds familiar. I don't know how to spell that, but let's see. Yeah, glucosamine. Okay, that's what it was. And they're freaking horse pills, man. I mean, I know we swallow a lot of food, especially at Thanksgiving, huge pieces of food. Man, that pill felt literally like a horse pill. I had to cut them twice in three little pieces, and I'd swallow a piece and swallow a piece and swallow a piece, and it worked good. But I thought, you know what? If stuff is gonna fuck up my kidneys, it may as well work with one smaller pill. So that's why I just switched over to 800 ibuprofen, and then even then I would take three of those, and I would drink water, 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 because I'm so paranoid then about my kidneys and bladder, you know. So there's a happy medium for everything, but mostly I just chose to find out the reason why I had it and not do that reason. So, yeah. Okay, you guys, did I miss anything? Did I get everything in 2 hours? I hope I did. Because the girl is getting hungry. Okay, so since I'm here, Lee, well, we'll start with Ryan. Lee, you get your one question ready if you have one, since we're here. And no, this is only for people in the chat room. If you do not show up in the chat room, you don't get a little one question, whatever reading. Oh, shoot. What have I done to change the screen? Dang it. Let me see. Dang it. It's still there. Hang on. I want to thank you. I feel like that message was for me. I'm struggling with balance and being out of balance. Oh, bless your heart, honey. Bless your heart. And you know, we all are gonna continue to struggle as long as we don't say no. You know, Apple, I can't talk to you right now. Okay? Let me call you back. Hang on. Let me check my schedule. You know, I'm sorry, but how about tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock? Okay? Thank you, bye. And hang up. Hang up. Hang up. Because we let people go on and on and on, which fucks up our schedule. No more. Stay on track. Okay? Oh, sure, Ryan, I could loan you that $5. No, and I need that $5 to pay my cell phone bill. If I got no cell phone, I can't do my readings. So, no, sorry, Ryan, you cannot have that $5. If I get another $5 and have a sale, I'll send it to you. Okay? Okay. Extra water isn't bad. You know, and I think, see, Ryan, now I have gotten so good well, now because I just went shot of cranberry juice. Straight. No chaser, no ice, no nothing. Just straight. So I put that as I got home. Oh, and for dinner, I had me some chicken quesadillas with lots of hot sauce and mole. Oh my God, that was so good with cranberry juice. Yes, yes, yes. It was so good. Anyway, now I drink. I try to drink at least four of these a day. This is 36 ounces, I believe. I don't know. I can't see it right now, but Papa says it's like 36 ounces. So I try to drink four of those, ice with water, every day. Keep the kidneys clean. Because I had a little scare, just to be honest, and tell you a little bit more about my personal life that you didn't need to know. Because for some reason, people tend to think people on YouTube that do videos, their lives are like perfect or something. I mean, if I were perfect, I would have a flat stomach. Yeah, I love all fluffy me. I do. I love all fluffy me. I love all fluffy me. Yeah. Anyways, so Lee, are you there? Okay. Whoever wants to ask a question, you could type a question. So Ryan, can I come into your vibration, please? Ibuprofen can affect the liver more than the kidneys with prolonged use. See, now I don't know what I did, but I just messed up my. I don't know where that box came from, and it's not going away. But at least I can see. Okay. Apple, you're so sweet. Apple, did you have a question? Dana, Ryan, Lee, Billy, anybody else? You feel free to go ahead and ask it. In the meantime, that is suitable to be said in public. So, Ryan, we'll start with you. May I come into your vibration, please? Thank you. Ryan, as I sit here feeling stressed out, under pressure, under time pressure, under this pressure, under that pressure, Billy, that is not a specific question. Didn't we just go through this? Okay, Apple. So, if you do tarot card readings now, what what is stopping you from doing lead side of it? Looks like I'm assuming you might have children, but they go to bed eventually. Oh, that's a question. Sorry, my bad, my bad. Okay, hang on. Okay, Ryan. So you see the proverbial chicken, I mean the proverbial duck on top of the water, and he's paddling like hell, paddling, 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 paddling. And you need to eat better, and you need you need to stop snacking and then going to bed. They said it looks like you're eating a cupcake or something and having a beer. They don't want you to do that anymore. They want you to eat and not go to bed right away for whatever reason. Um, and this year they want you to. I know things have stepped up for you. Now you're no longer here. You're like here in the university, right? So they want you to not always have to take a full load just to get to the finish faster. You've done that. It just made you tired, exhausted, and unfriendly. Don't do that. So now instead of 10 classes, we're only going to take five. Okay. We're just going to take five classes, one of them being a fun class. Did you hear me? A fun class. Okay. So you can make more friends. You need to make more friends. Not those kind of friends either. You know what I mean. I know you see it. They want you to eat more salad, green leafy vegetables, colorful stuff, a lot of it, a lot. Something is coming up in the next 3 months. They want to make sure that you have tons of energy to face that thing that's coming up in the next 3 months. You're going to like it. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'll put it over on Facebook. Uh, all just five is right, young man. So just because you said that, you can only take four. One of them being a fun class. So there. Um, Apple, can I step into your vibration, please? Apple wants to know. No, well, actually, there's a lot of things you could be doing, Apple. So, Apple, what I see for you is the proverbial. Not just French, not just French. French is fun, but you something else funner that you haven't done yet. Okay, enough with you. It's Apple's turn. Thank you, Apple. So, Apple, what I see for you is the proverbial witchy scene, is what I call it. So, in movies, the camera goes in the dark place, and way down at the end of the tunnel, underground in the deep dark mountain, there's a candle burning, and the camera zooms in, and you can see something, and then you see something, and then poof, the witch is there on the side in the dark, right? And then you see the candle, and behind the candles there's jars of stuff and bat wings and this in solution and that in solution and thorns and thistles. That kind of scene is what I see for witchy type people, which means people with many gifts usually. Okay, so I want to tell you, first of all, the tarot cards, not just your regular tarot cards. If you're into tarot cards, you know that there are millions of different kinds. You can ask Ryan about that if you don't already know. I'm not shitting on you. It's just a suggestion because I'm sure he's been shopping lately and probably has, about 30 different decks of cards. Yeah, that's his addiction. That's what he does flawlessly. So, in sitting down at your little mud table built into the cave kind of sort of thing, I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm seeing. Let's pretend. Oh wow, this is the second time I've seen this reading. This picture. Excuse me. There's a card covering. There's cards covering the whole table. Okay. However, this is not a full deck of. I think Ryan says there might be 72 cards in a deck. This is card from 72 different decks. Write that down. Figure it out. I'm trying to come in, and she just wants you to know, there's sister. She really wants you to know that she's really, really, really working with you, and she says, yes, that was me the other day. I don't know. Don't ask me about it. Something is pink, whatever that is. Okay, so now I'm starting to see your pendulum. I'm seeing something's hanging. It looks like something is hanging on a chain, that's not a pendulum, because the dowel, and it's just hanging down like a pendulum, but the pendulum part is on both sides. I don't know what that is. Maybe you're to create that for whatever reason that's going around in your head. I can see your wheels going. So whatever it is you're trying to invent, yes, go through with that. Use copper. And this auntie is bugging me. She really is screaming at you. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I heard you. I saw it. I know. I know. I know. I'm trying to tell you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? And then she moves things, and you're like, how did that get on the ground? Yeah, that's auntie. So she's always there with you. You just call on her, and yes, your whole life is going to, because you're wondering, why is this? Why is that? Why? As soon as you stop asking why and sit your butt down and do it, you're going to be like the little, what's the movie, out on a limb, the baseball one, build it and they will come, build it and he will come. You remember the little girl? She's like, Daddy, they're coming. I know it. I can see it. They're going to pay lots and lots of money to get here. And at the end, you see the long line of cars. That's you. So open the door. That's all you have to do is open the door. Put your little love basket there on the table next to your, you have something your grandmother gave you, and then there's cards, and then there's cards. and then you have like your pendulum, and you got some little miniatures something on your working space that no one touches. Okay, I know people love their kids, but your kids don't need to be touching your stuff all the time. Okay, just saying. Give them their own stuff to touch and play with. So you have a lot of tools on your table, and it looks like you got a beautiful burgundy um, crushed velvet lining thing on your table. So you have many, many, many talents. Yes, get off your butt. Put a Craigslist ad out for your tarot reading. Put an ad in whatever your little city newspaper is, and do it. Stop asking why, what, when. Do it. It is going to obviously change your life 1,000 degrees. Okay. Um, Ryan, you drink soda? You drink a lot of soda? No, I don't believe that has anything to do with diabetes. Oh, you're welcome, Apple. Okay, Billy, I understand that, but I was getting on you because you got to pay attention. Okay, I've talked for 2 hours now, and the main thing I said was don't ask me questions that are not specific. Now, I'm not beating you up. I'm being stern with you because you're about to receive a blessing, and you gonna pass that blessing up, child. Somebody gonna be like, "Here's $1,000." Oh no, give it to Tasha. She deserves it more than me. No, no, boo boo. You take your $1,000 and spend it on yourself. Okay. Um. Hey, sister, if you have a question, you can go ahead and answer it, even though they already gave me your answer. Okay, let's see. This one is going to take a bit of tuning in. Hold on. We'll just get Big Bertha out over here. You feel like a teacher, and not a average teacher, a teacher that would go to the community center and read to the children, or go to the vet place thing and spend time holding kittens. That kind of teacher, okay? Because okay, so let me back up. Now that you are going to use your gifts, right? The animals and children always come. That has always been my experience with people that I give readings to. Okay. So, having said that, you have to know that. I'm sorry, I'm just checking, making sure everything is working since my eyes were closed for a while. Okay, all the lights are still green. So the animals are going to start coming a lot. You already get animals, I know. Yet it is going to get a lot more. Okay, I'm just saying. So expect that. Then expect the children. Okay, because the children and the animals are intelligent, hand in hand, far more intelligent than us older ones. Okay, because they're still open. Animals see spirit all the time. Children see spirit all the time. We just think that that's their pretend friend or whatever. So, in addition to teaching love, patience, tolerance, things of those natures, not a teacher. Nobody said you had to go to school, even though it feels like you are a teacher. But anyway, um, wow, for you, the aliens come in. Except these aliens look like Clark Kent. Was it Leave It to Beaver or Clark Kent? Well, see, the first one looked like Leave It to Beaver's dad, and then now this one looks like Clark Kent in his office attire, not the Superman attire. Okay, so take that picture, and it means a lot, because think about it. They were businessmen, they were intelligent, they made money, they knew what they were doing. And that's you. Take the bushel off, come out from underneath the barrel, okay? Light the candle, okay? And get your booty out there and talk. Hello. 3 hours later, I'm still talking. I think I'm pretty good at it, don't you? So I see you. What is that? Do you like to eat collard greens? Tastes like collard greens. No, no, no. It tastes like spinach. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like spinach. Eat more spinach, because when you change your vibration, your eating and drinking and everything else also changes. So if you're wondering, hey, what's happening with me? I suddenly crave popsicles. Expect to change the next day. For everybody, not just him. For everybody, okay? It feels want to be shy, like around, executive type people or whatnot. Honey, that's the ones that you're going to be teaching patience, because they have forgotten patient. They're so used to boom, 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 so fast. Go, 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 go. No eating, or eating on the go, like, a doctor, or, a policeman or something. Eating on the go, then their stomach is all upset, and then you come along and you're just, like guys do, one hand on the pat on the back and the other hand you shake their hand with, right? That's it. Simple, huh? You just touch them. Hey, Tosh, how you doing? That's your healing. That's how spirits told me I had to do too, because I'm like, oh, what do I tell people? I don't want to tell people that. Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, no, but you give hugs. You like hugging people. And so, see, that's another thing that when I was like 23, got me out of being shy. Can I hug you? Because I told you, I don't know if you've seen that story, and I'm not here to tell it. You got to go find it, or I'll make another video. When I was adjusting to using all my gifts, of course, I was 15. It's challenging at 15 to go tell somebody, hey, did you know you got this person standing behind you and they're trying to tell you blah, 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 blah? That's not the easiest thing in the world for even me to do, because, my mama taught me how to do this as soon as I came out the womb. Anyway, so touching people, adjust. Just adjust. I don't want to hear it. Just adjust. Starting with a golden healer. Starting with, what is that? That is, don't tell me. It's rutilated quartz. Amethyst from Africa. Calcite. Mango. There's lots of calcites. This one happens to be a mango palm stone. See? So I hope you wrote that down, because I will not remember. And so you're going to be meeting people. They're just going to start attracting to you like flies. You need to you might consider learning to ground better, Billy, because with all these people touching you, I don't want you picking up on their vibrations and getting sick. I don't want you to have to go through the process of healing just because you touch somebody and you picked a little teeny bit up of whatever they have in their body. Okay, so I really want you right now, not now. As soon as we hang up, I want you to start grounding. If you don't know how to do that, come on over to Facebook and we'll practice some grounding. I mean it. Don't be nice. I'm not being nice. Don't think that you're not being nice by, oh, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to, and I don't have any money. I didn't say that. I said, come on over to Facebook and message me so we can work on grounding. Just do it. Okay? Thank you. God bless you. Okay, so Dana says, I don't really have a question at this moment. Told something, I'm all ears. So what they said was, I already forgot what they said, so you got to watch this again. I'm sorry. So what I see now is you need to stay lying down. I know it's not fun. Do it. I heard that thought. Lay down. Lay down. Okay? Lay down. Don't make them make you lay down. You know that's not no fun. Okay? Um I know it probably I won't say that. Sorry. Drink more tea. Um that might be uncomfortable, but drink more tea. Hot, hot, hot tea. No sugar, no honey. Hot tea with the leaves floating and shit. Okay? Leaves. Your cup turns that ugly brown from leaves. That's what I want to see a picture of in 3 days. Okay? Um, be quiet. Something happened to you last week. You need to be quiet. Be still. Be quiet. Go lay on the grass. You're on restriction. You're on restriction. Okay? Okay, so I saw tea and now I'm seeing what is that? Yet right red, white, and blue. Is that a bomb popsicle? Eat some popsicles. And you get to eat collard greens with cornbread. So make a lot of that. I don't know what you're drinking with it other than tea. Hot. I'm talking scalding. It burns your throat. Hot. You hear me? All right. Oh, and there's something that the boy, he doesn't want to talk about. Leave him alone. I don't know what it is. He's frowning. So leave him alone. I don't know. Hi, Anderson. Nice to see you again, honey. Oh, that icy stuff. Yeah, you sure are loving it. You sure are. I'm telling you, you look just like. I didn't want to say this. You know I love you, but you look like me. How I feel when I eat ice creams. I mean popsicles, not ice cream. I've been having to do a lot of talking and ice cream. You know that milk stuff coats your throat. So then you're doing this all the time. So, but with my Long John popsicles, you know the orange ones with swirls of red and shit. Yeah. So I let it melt a little bit, and I try to eat it like ice snowy cone thing. You know what I'm trying to say. So that's how I see you. Okay. Where's Lee? There's Billy. Oh, you're welcome, honey. It looks like I froze. See, that's why I can't look at myself. Hang on. Let me scroll down. Get the YouTube picture gone. I'm doing deep inner work, overcoming root causes behind relationship patterns. I want to know if spirit has any suggestion that you, my dearling, my darling sister, you need hot water. Plain hot water. Okay, get a pencil paper, write this down, or watch the video all over again. I wish I could tell you what time we were at, but there's no time thing on here because it's live. So you get hot water. You get to fast one full day a month. Wait, hang on. Okay, they said it's months. So that's 1, 2, for the next 3 months. One full day a month, you are to fast. You are only allowed to drink hot water. Not tea, not cocoa, hot water. That's it. You're to sit your little cute tush down and you are to paint. One whole day, you are to shut off everything. no TV, no phone, no computer, no answering the door. You drink your hot water and you do what you love to do. Yes, you can listen to music. Okay, now the good news is um, Angelite for the throat chakra. Now the good news is they're having a huge party for you. Yes, they are. All the spirits go wild, as it were, because see, I know you feel good with yourself because last year you were there and now this year you're over here. The spirits are ecstatic. Okay, talk about a cake. No, you get a cake. I'm 5'6". You get a cake that's 5'6". Yes, yes, and you get to eat it all. Not on the day you're fasting, though. You get to eat it all because there's no calories. There's no carbs. There's no sugars. You stayed on the path of persistence. Unlike other people, it it I see it now at the you've already crossed the finish line a year ago. Yet you didn't cross the finish line tired and listless and falling in the street. You know, marathon runners on TV. I don't know. They fall in the street and they're just catching their. You're not doing any of that, honey. You're cool and calm and collected, which means you did a hell of a lot of shit right, and they're proud of you. So today, whatever money you have, you go out and buy yourself whatever the hell you want to eat, watch, have, do. You give yourself a party. I'm not talking about a 99-cent box of Jacks and a ball. JAXX, my favorite game to play. Next to Chinese checkers. Do that. Money will be replaced. Okay? You are to do it. If you do not do it, you cannot receive your next party, which is always going to be bigger. Okay? Because you nice. You'd be like, well, I'll just buy this for 99 cents. No, you go buy the $99 thing. Okay? I see you in a new bathing suit. You got a new bathing suit? Actually, it's not like a one-piece suit. You bought a like a bikini, but you know the kind of bikini pants like Marilyn Monroe would wear that comes like up to your belly button, like that. That covers your whole breasts, sisses, like that, and you look so good, sister. High five. Yes, yes, you must. You must. You must. I already see it on you. You cute. You got it going on, Miss Thing. Yes, you do. So. That's your next thing to do. You have a lot of really good vibrational people around you right now. You feel so good. You feel like baby powder smells. You do. You really, really do. They're so proud of you. They're so proud of you. And other people, remember before that you had a challenging time talking to you? They are really proud of you. See, I don't remember everything, but I remember that. I remember that conversation. I don't know why. Probably because they gave it to me just now. But anyway, the conversation with that person that you had a challenging time talking to, and you didn't necessarily want to open up, they are so proud of you. They aren't going to say anything, but Spirit wants you to know that on the air are just so happy for you, happy with you, and a little envious because they wanted to have the life that you are leading now. How could I say this? As A single person. You'll know. Here. Where are you? I don't think you're Lee over there. Let's see. Oh, there you are. There you go. You know, and everything for that person too, of course, because, and this is for everybody. When we grow, it's like a ripple in a pond. The pebble hits the pond and the ripples go out. So whatever I do to improve myself spiritually ripples out to others. And that's when like attracts like, and different types of mental, okay, which it obviously, of course, is great for any of us. Any of us could choose to want to be around lots of different types of people, not just, fat black chicks that like to eat. I meet people that the food does not consume their every thought, and they're great. So it looks like you're doing great. They are so pleased with you. Okay, so I don't know who this. Oh, you remember I was talking to you about your dad before, right? Stereotypical Hawaiian scene, the tree that leans over like this on the beach. He's got his 1920s swimsuit on, which goes like just above the thighs, just above the knees, all the way up to his belly button. So this character that says he is your father is here again, and he is just hugging and kissing and hugging and kissing and hugging and kissing you, and he's just showering your face with kisses, 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 kisses. You know, it's so amazing because you're doing that little girl laugh. It's just so beautiful. And for those of you who don't know, my sister she's just a model. Okay, let me just tell it to you that way, because she's a stereotypical, what most people consider stereotypical, beautiful outside woman with the flawless olive, I would call it cappuccino complexion, beautiful eyebrows that are just perfectly arched, gorgeous, thick, 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 long hair, last I saw it, and a beautiful, beautiful smile that you can clearly see her spirit through. You know, you're doing great. You already know. You already know. So there. Okay, so that's from my auntie. Um, she feels like your mother's sister. Yeah. Okay. She feels like your mother's sister, and she says our baby is doing so much better than she ever anticipated doing. She's such a little doll. Such a doll. Mm, it just makes me want to cry. It really does. Okay, Lee, there you go. Anderson, you can ask a specific question. Which boy, Dana? Your son. Um, oh, just so you know, Anderson, this is not the regular, one question reading. This was a video I was doing because me and my sister were in a group talking, and they were talking about not charging for spiritual readings. And then Spirit told me to answer a question. Just so you know, that's normally yesterday on Friday night. And if I recall, you were the one that said, "Can I ask you a personal question?" And I didn't get a personal question from you. You said, "Hi, how are you doing?" or something like that. Um, And yes, you didn't ask me the question. So you can ask me your question and then we can talk about whatever else you want to personally to Facebook. Excuse me. Oh, so you're looking back. I don't have a question from you that I know of. If you asked me a question, it was under a different name, and I don't know. You're welcome, Lee. So I'll ramble some more, and you go ahead and put your question there. um, oh yeah, thanks. Thank God I have sisters. So the first thing I see is static, which to me means it's really none of your business. No offense, that's just how I say things. Okay, so how I'm envisioning this is a old-fashioned TV stand on four legs. You know the kind of TV that you actually have to get up and change the channel. One of those. It was so in the beginning, it's all snow, white static stuff with no picture. So now slowly the picture is morphing into view. So I see a couple. It does not look like a wedding dress to me. So imagine, I don't know how old you are. So this dress looks like, I don't know, 1950s dress or something like that. So imagine a TV. she's on the she's on the this side, he's on this side. Could be a wedding dress. He's in a suit. Could be. So it's just a very, and it's black and white TV back then. Adjust it to now see a cream colored dress, which is usually worn by women who have already been married before. It could not be. However, I see him looking at her. She's looking at him. Um, First, I heard yes, and then the static comes back saying, meaning no. So by that, I would say it's just going to be a nice long term relationship. So, no, technically, like living together. When she says that's my husband, he says that's my wife, but they're not really married. So the reason why Spirit said it's really none of your business is because you're going to move on. You're going to get, okay, wait. Okay, see, so now I'm seeing legal papers and stuff, which I believe is your reason for asking the question. I don't know. I'm not going to put any energy into that. What I do know is I see legal papers, big, long, old-fashioned ones that are like 20 inches long with the carbon paper in between. So they want you to know that you are going to have what is yours by divine right. And you will be blissfully happy. They do not want you to continue to compare yourself to others, as in, everything, job, sports, uh, school. You are doing so much better than you ever could know right now in life. Yeah, you don't have some of the things that you want, toys, bigger toys that are important to you, but you will. You will. They're coming. Okay, Anderson? Okay, so Anderson, there's a little girl here. It feels like a little sister, and she is just in need of your attention. If you don't have a little sister, this could be a real person, though it feels like a spirit. Spirits can still be in need of our attention. I mean, it's a balance between us and them. We have everything is always has to be and stay in balance. Okay. So this little angel, she's wondering why you're upset. It feels like you're crying about something. And then she says, it's going to be okay. You can't see it yet, but I can see it. It's going to be okay. You're going to be happy. Come on, let's go swing on the swings outside. you know? And she's just such a little precious thing. So if you have a real sister, spend more time with her. If you don't have a real little sister, maybe mom just had a miscarriage or something, you could still spend time with her. Okay? She wants you to call her Molly, even though I have the feeling that was the name of her little rag doll. I don't know. Write it down. It'll make sense later. Okay? Okay. All right, Onyx, who's having lemon ginger tea? You're not supposed to be having tea. You're supposed to be drinking hot water. Or you're supposed to be having tea. Lee drinks hot water. Sorry. I'm looking at Anderson's picture. That is such a beautiful picture. Let me see if I can see it more clear. Look at that. That is such a beautiful picture of you, if that's you. Copy, open up in photo editor, paste. Look at that. Bless your heart. Were you just waking up or were you going to bed? Or were you just laying there contemplating all the hemispheres of the galaxy or something? Bless your heart. Bless your heart, honey. It's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Okay, guys. I'm going to go eat. You all be good to yourselves. I love you. I feel like I had a long talk with Mama. Aw, how sweet. You were on the couch. Okay, Anderson. Ahmed. Ahmed. Ahmed? Yes or no? Ahmed or Ahmed? Number one or number two? um, really, Apple, I wanted to call you April. Do you know what April? that's that's what I feel like, and that's why I was really getting a bit of hair on and stuff. Because even all the crap, and people are like, you need to cover up that crap in the background, and I got crap. Why would I cover it up all the time? Spirits tell me to do it, then I have to do it. We already know that, okay? Yeah, type your question, honey. Type your question. Go ahead. I'm going to shut down. Okay, go ahead and type your question. But that's how I feel like I'm doing, because I met this YouTube in 2005. I think it was 2006. Was where Ahmed. Okay, thank you, honey. My family, for real. You see Onyx, that's my family. Yes, I met her here. You see Ryan, I met him here. You see my son, Justin, Jordan, I met him here. All my kids, I met here. And they, Ryan and Cody and Chance and and Tony and Linda, way back in 2006, were like, come on over to Facebook. Nah, forget Facebook. I don't care about no Facebook. So I finally get over to Facebook in like 2010, I think. I mean, I had an account in 2004, whenever they opened it, started it, whatever. but I just didn't go there. I put some jewelry stuff there, and I would update the pictures occasionally, and that was it. Forgot I had that account. Listened to my kids. I made another Tasha Loves You account. Tasha Speaks at Gmail account, Tasha Harris, and then back then in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I was selling jewelry like hotcakes on Facebook. I mean, I was making more than rent and bills and getting another check from my job. So that's where I'm trying to get back to, so I can get out of the system. It is not easy being in the system. It's no fun. It is no fun. I meet nice people though when I go to that office. I do meet some really great angel teachers. Okay. Yet I have no desire to continue going there. So I am daily marketing so that I can make my living doing what I know I could be doing, right? Well, that's me. I can shoot on me. What I should be doing. Yeah. So come on over to Facebook, help a girl out, sell some jewelry, so I can stop having all this crazy paperwork. I'm close to astral projection because I've been having these weird experiences. Weird experiences come from a lot of things, honey. Your weird experiences come from all those aliens that are talking to you. All those spirits that are trying to talk to you because you keep asking. You need to ground and be still. You're asking, and this is a thing that I believe, and a lot of people don't take into consideration. Every time you ask a question and you say, okay, you didn't answer that one. Well, it's only been 30 seconds. Stay focused on one question until you get an answer, even if it takes a year. Stay focused on one question until you get an answer, even if it takes a year. You've asked a lot of questions and they're all giving you answers. That makes weird things happen. Lights flash, the radio comes on, the leaf moves, the plant leaves move, you know, things like that. So the more you become focused and centered, the easier it will be to one day. You are not ready yet, boo-boo. Don't force it. Okay? But we all leave our body every night when we sleep anyway and hang out with the spirits and stuff. So I will say this about that. Instead of trying to force yourself so hard to do astral projection stuff, when you go to bed and you dream, you lay down in your bed and you say, okay, spirit, we're going to mingle with the others and I'm going to bring back those lessons. I will remember those lessons. Okay? And be patient with yourself. Just write it down and don't go on to the next one until you get this answer. We all have to practice being consistent. We all, since we have skin, have to practice doing things over and over and over until we find what works for us and our spirit, because everybody's different. So you're going to write your question down. You're going to put your cell phone wherever you put it. So, and pencil, paper. I now have pretty much learned what buttons to push with my eyes closed, so I could just say, and the spirit said, go find that blue stone and send it to Dana. Okay, and you just put the phone down and go back to sleep. Okay? Stay focused, ground, and stop comparing yourself. That, for some reason, they keep telling me that's the biggest thing you could let go of right now. Okay? Just because you read a book and want to do it is not going to make it so right now. See, that's why it's like saving. You put $5 in the bank now. You put $5, and if you put $5 in the bank every day between the ages of, what was it, like 15 and 21, then you'll instantly be a millionaire after that. Something like that. But the point is, it's not that challenging. You set aside 2 minutes or sit on the toilet for 2 minutes, set your cell phone, and you just focus on one thought. Being still is what Granny called it. You focus on one thought only. One thought. Did I say one thought? One thought only. If you think of something else, if you let something else pop in there, you have to shut down and start all over again. So you sit on the toilet, sink, tub, whatever, lock the door, set the phone for 2 minutes, timer, think one thought consistently for 2 minutes. When the timer goes off, you come back to your body, as it were. Because by then, you've already left your body. You're out gallivanting around with spirit, thinking about your one thought. So, and then you're going to go write that down. And for those of you who say, no, I don't need to write it down anyway. If for another reason, just because I said so. Later, your human body may not remember everything. It's impossible to remember everything. So you go back, you read, oh, that's what that means. And you put that piece of the puzzle with this piece of the puzzle, with that piece of the puzzle, with this piece of the puzzle. And then you get a whole picture. Okay? So we're not going to assume anything anymore. We're just going to write stuff down. You're going to ask. You're going to wait for an answer. You're going to do your 2 minutes. So that's everybody's homework. Your 2 minutes. Be still. So for those of you who don't watch a lot of my videos, you be still, you protect, you ground, then you meditate. I don't think you just plop, sit, okay, and that's it. Now, that could work for a few billion people on the planet. I don't have a beef with that. I'm not here to tell anybody that they're wrong. I'm just telling you, me, like billions of other people, I do what my granny said to do, and it still works for me. Okay? But really, I believe we all astral project. When you go to sleep, your spirit leaves your body, goes to the spirit state, because you remember you have that whole spirit to you, and when you die, it gets snipped, and that's it. So we don't want you to die. So you're just gonna go out into spirit land and talk to whoever you talk to, and come back and write it down. Okay, honey? Anything else? Going once, going twice. I know it takes a while to get the messages through. That name, Ahmad. Ahmad. That sounds like a character's name. Ahmad. Of the Royal Anderson family that lived in Santa Clara, California. Okay, guys, I'm hungry. Like, sub, share, all that other good stuff. So Google can pay me my cool beans, honey. I don't remember telling you to get cards, but if they told you that and I forgot already, I'm sorry. I know Apple's getting cards. I know Ryan has thousands of cards. Apple, Ryan already said he subscribed to you already. That's the man, honey. That's the man. I told him to get cards too? Okay. Well, if I did, you have at that. See, Spirits tells me a lot of stuff. I'm a telephone. I don't be remembering stuff, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah, and actually, what would be really cool for you, I think, Apple, ask him to show you the video of the car, or I don't know if he made a video. And I don't think he sold this particular deck that he made, but it's huge. It's like, they're huge cards and they're so beautiful. And if he did sell them, I would want that set first. Yes. Oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you guys for being here in my vibration. I appreciate you. I will have a wonderful afternoon, Apple. I am going to go stuff my face and then walk around the backyard for a little while with the dog and her 8 cats and play with them, put on Matrix, and finish my pendant. Oh, and wait, and before you go, please, I put Tasha Speaks over. No, I put the Angels and Tasha's Touch over there. So when you subscribe to Tasha'sTouch.com, I offer things just for the subscribers. Okay. And you will know first what items I'm going to be offering for like $20, $30, something everybody can afford. And if I don't offer it, you can suggest it, and then I will do that for you first. Hi, Christopher. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I know you're shy. Mwah, 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 mwah. I tell you, it's so much fun getting older in the aspect that you don't give other the youngsters and not care about it no more. Just hi, Christopher. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, I just love that shit. Now, of course, I did it since I'm still teaching folks how to be remember to be childlike, not childish. Okay. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. Come on over to Facebook. Leave a message if you have one to leave. And just know that I really love you. And this has been so freaking fun. I got to tell you. Oh, and sister, you know, I love doing the Facebook thing, but Facebook don't pay me. So I might do a 2 minutes with Tom, be here the rest of the time. Okay. Unless Spirit tells me to. He's waiting. Okay, guys, I'm hungry now. I love you. Go be good to yourself, please. And if you're not good to yourself, you know, Spirit's going to tell me. Spirits won't kick your butt, but sometimes I have permission to. No, I'm kidding. I'll just put a nice little reminder up of my little Hello Kitty eating ice cream. Okay? I love you, sister. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I so appreciate you. I got to tell you now, I'm high as a kite. I'm trying to sit here and finish making my rhodonite pendant. Oh, let me see if you can see it. It is so beautiful. And if you can't see it, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And everything figured out there. I don't always tag stuff like my other friend tells me. You got to tag stuff so people can find you. Put in Big Mama, you find me. Oh, and it's not a size thing. Right. Isn't she beautiful? I'm thinking of keeping her for myself. But I won't. Not this time. This one has a special mommy or him yet. Anywho, off you go. You got chores to do. Get your chores done in a timely fashion so you can stop for a whole hour and be good to only you. Okay? I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay. Bye-bye. But he said something. Love you too, Dana. Okay. Now I'm going to say bye. Bye, guys. Have a great day.